What is happening, y'all? Welcome. I'm back to Mortal Shell. Gonna go and take on down this boss, hopefully. Had a couple attempts against him just to kind of get a feel for his moveset, and I've been testing a couple different things out mechanically. And one of the things I think I need to do is, before I go into the fight, I need to have my resolve charged up. Because basically having resolve before I go into the fight means I can start things off with my special move. And starting things off with my special move means I'll take a massive chunk off the boss's health right at the beginning. So the special move does hit the boss. From what I can tell, I don't think you can parry him. I've tried to, and it's just not worked out. Every single time I've tried to get a parry, it has not worked out. So, anyway, we got our bar. Let's sprint and get down there and see if we can pull it off. I've had like 2 attempts where I got him like almost dead, but just kind of ran out of gas and took me down. Pretty crazy fight. Thought I hardened, but apparently not. Get away, get away, get away. Alright, there's my mushroom. You gotta build up the resolve. I actually tried one. Oh shit. I tried one attempt using, stay away from me! One attempt using, the other guy. And I think if you were able to get your entire resolve bar filled up, look at this guy, it's just crazy looking. It's like a ogre had sex with an alligator or something. If you were able to get all 4 resolve bars filled up, I'm pretty sure you could come in and just boot the shit out of the guy. This is pretty cheeky. I'm just like, where am I at? Just waiting for my mushroom to heal me all the way up. I ain't getting knocked out on my shell. Get out of here. You should be able to like bring down the pillar or something. It would make this way more intense, I bet. Go. First attempt. Didn't need any attempts at all. Yeah, baby. That's what I'm talking about. I'm the best. Who's the best? I'm the best. Nah, but for real, it took... The only reason I even restarted, I like had started recording them. And then had probably a solid 20 minutes of attempts just fighting him. And then after that, decided, alright, let me see what I could do if I built up my resolve ahead of time. And had, like, I don't know, almost 10 minutes taken up by playing as the other shell and basically refighting through the entire dungeon to get all my resolve. I had the thing where it's like, after hardening and blocking attack, your damage is boost. I tried that, and then the attack whiffed, and I was like, oh my god. And then I was like, alright, this is at 32 minutes, and he's not going down. Screw it, I'm just restarting. But, so does he have... What is he? Is he a rat inside there? What even are you? It's like a dog rat thing, maybe? I don't know. I mean, it's a cool looking boss design. Oh man, yeah, but charging up to going into that fight with a no, I don't want to awaken. I want to get the chest.
You killed the Grisha.
I did.
Many died dragging that beast down here. He served as a slave, a guardian, that they would worship unfettered enshrined in ice. Can you blame them? The perversity of living has always been its ever-changing nature. So, then, would you like another sip?
I mean, is it gonna change anything? End of preview. We've reached the end of the preview edition of Mortal Shell. Congrats, we hope you enjoyed your time. Thank you for playing. Let us know about your experiences in Discord. I don't want to quit. I want to run around. I want to get this chest and check that door. Join the Discord. Wow. Straight up. Brought me out of the game and linked me to Discord. This is quit the game? It does. It does. It quit the entire game. Okay. Well, let me get it back up here. I figured it would, I don't know, quit out of the menu. I was hoping. I knew it wouldn't do that, but that's what I was hoping for. Either way, let's talk about it. You know, let's talk about the game and what we've seen so far. So, I know a lot of people were unsure how the game would play or how it would feel, if it would, you know, really have a Souls feel to it, if it was going to be more Lords of the Fallen. To be honest, after playing it, I feel like it's more in line with Bloodborne than Souls necessarily, because the game definitely does, it rewards you being very aggressive, and especially with the mechanic of resolve and building up your resolve through attacks and needing that to get heals off parries or needing that to get off your special abilities. The game rewards players for being super aggressive. Let's see. Golden Bell and a Solemn Offering. Wish I had that before the boss fight. Can I like refight? Can I refight the boss? Surprised there isn't a thing to just let me like leave the menu. Let's look at some stuff. But yeah, so the aggression of the game is really high. What happens if I hit restart? Does it just restart the whole demo? The shell thing is pretty interesting, as opposed to a traditional class that you're thrown into. It's, you know, we quite literally have multiple classes that we play through the game as, and you're able to swap between those classes. It's a really interesting concept that personally I am kind of curious to see how it's perceived by players. You know, in some cases, like for example, this case, you don't have a lot of health, but the sheer amount of attacking you can do, like this is literally like R1 spam, the class, because you just have this massive stamina bar that you're able to use to your advantage. Whereas the Knight class, you don't take as much damage, you don't have as much stamina, so you know your attacks need to be a lot more deliberate in how you use them. But at the same time, it feels like that class has a, I mean, you're able to you know, use your specials and whatnot more because you can have more resolve bar. So some interesting comparisons there, and I know there's other ones that we haven't seen yet as well. But I think they play very different. You know, this feels like it plays. I don't know. Like this is a very fast, like go in, burst the opponent down, getting as much damage as you can. Whereas playing as the Knight, on the other hand, was all about, you know, I need to get in, I need to get out. But the thing that I guess kind of throws me off is, with this game feeling so heavily skewed towards constantly attacking and, you know, the game essentially rewarding the aggression of a player, having all this extra stamina makes it feel like this is going to be a clearly superior class. Like, I think that, I know we saw some passives for Knight Bro, but I feel like the Knight would have to have, you know, just a passive increase resolve gain to be on par with this, because as much stamina as we have right now and being able to attack, this feels way stronger. And I don't think it's a case of, yeah, this is stronger, we better nerf it and make it more in line. Like, I'd say, you know, when it comes to playing games like this, you know, Souls games, I think I have enough experience in that domain to to kind of have an idea of what I'm talking about. And, you know, for an intro boss, roughly 20 minutes of attempts, I'd say that that feels appropriate for a game that I'm just getting familiar with and just learning. So, oh shit, I really like this mechanic too, how you can, you know, I like that you have hyper armor while executing your power move, because that would piss me off if I built up all my stuff only to get knocked out of my hyper move while executing it. I like the idea of building up through smart play to get a parry to heal. I mean, given a lot of this is just my, you know, this is just the initial shells that we're seeing this stuff from too. You know, there's how many shells in total? So we have Teal, we have Nightbro. This looks like it's gonna be like a tank type shell or something. It looks like it's wearing armor and a crown. And I'm meaning this is maybe a mage type shell, so it's maybe supposed to be like balanced, and then like a mage, a tank, and a rogue maybe, like kind of your MMO archetypes. Yeah, I think Harold could use a little bit more passive, because when we were looking at his thing, is this guy still gonna attack me while I'm in here? Let's see, he gets harden cooldown, which is nice. Harden lasts longer, which is good. Glimpse for a short time after hardening. Enemies drop additional glimpse. I thought there was something for resolve on him. Death. Yeah, I think, I don't know. I would say that given yeah, here we go. Yeah, so exactly. He is the balance. Balanced durability, balanced stamina, balanced resolve. Whereas if we were to go over here, you are not as durable, you have less resolve, but you have a ton of stamina. 20% chance to lose stamina instead of health is OP. Poisonous Cloud on riposte. The other one. Taking poison damage heals him. Just pick that up. I need more glimpses. But I don't know. I feel like maybe there needs to be tweaks to the resolve system. Only because from a thematic standpoint, a character... Like, if resolve is supposed to be a bigger benefit of Harold compared to Teal, it doesn't make sense that Teal, it's so much easier to get your resolve up just because of the fact that he can whack away for a long time. The other thing, and I can test it on these guys, but I feel like resolve isn't... I feel like it's just a flat amount as opposed to what you do. Like, that's a charged heavy, and I got, I don't know, maybe a third of the bar? Okay, so you do get resolve based on the damage. It's just your light attacks don't really give you all that much. Heavy brought in a fair amount, but I don't know, I think the resolve gain on attacks might need to be tweaked a little bit. I don't know. Maybe if you charge the attack, it gets more resolve. I'll test that with this next spawn and see what it looks like on the basic early enemies. We can get a feel for that. I don't know. Personally, though, I think Harold needs either a passive in his tree that like ramps up his resolve gain or something. Because right now, I don't see a reason to use him over, say, this guy. So 1, 2, 3. So that's about how much I got from a heavy attack. No, heavy attack was less. Let's see if I can get a half a bar with this. Yeah, like that was a fully charged hit. I think charged hits need more resolve just to make them useful. You know, I need a reason to Because it doesn't really feel like I'm getting more damage or more stagger. It might be more damage, and it just simply a case of I can't see that I'm getting more damage because you know, there's no damage numbers or anything. And I don't expect there to be damage numbers, but even in I don't remember, it's been so long. Dark Souls, you usually had I remember, did Dark Souls have health bars on top of enemies when you locked on? Did it? It's been that long. Dark Souls enemy. Didn't Dark Souls show little health bars above everybody? Yeah, it did. So maybe that's what I'm missing. Maybe if we had access to health bars so I could see how much damage I'm doing on the charge attacks, I'd feel the impact of them a little bit more. But like, just for example, we'll do 1, 2. Let me let it decay all the way. I want to get down to 0 basically, and then do the same thing but with charged attacks. I gotta kill you. So the jump attack adds next to nothing, so my bar is empty, so. So that was 3 light attacks, and I'd say it's a pinch less than half of a bar being fully charged. And now we're gonna do the same thing, but with just 3 quick attacks. Yeah, to me that looks the same. I mean, I'd have to like go in and pull this up in Adobe after the fact and look, but also this, if I get a parry, even if I don't have the energy to do like the big dick riposte, give me something, you know? All it does is like kick him back. At least let me do like an immediate follow-up swing. You know, it doesn't need to be like a massive health gain riposte or anything, but if I get the parry, like parry, or you know, because it looks like what I'm doing is when I get the parry, I'm kicking him back, so I'm gaining some spacing. But I think, you know, get the parry and then just like an instant counter attack, just something to reward the player for having that proper timing. Because obviously, when you have the resolve, the reward is huge. You know, you're getting a massive amount of damage to the target. And on top of that, you're healing. So that is a huge win. But beyond that, you know, I feel like parrying is a big part of games like this. And right now, I feel there's no reward for me to time it outside of when I have my resolve. Actually, it also looks like I need to be locked on to a specific target for the parry to count. So. It is cool seeing you get knocked out of your shell. In terms of like kind of world design and whatnot we're seeing right now, I'm liking that. This doesn't you know, it doesn't really feel like an indie game, I guess, is the point I'm trying to make. I know this is a pretty small team. I want to say like 12 folks, and you know, while this swamp doesn't seem as wide as say the swamp in Dark Souls, I mean, there's a fair amount of verticality and detail and stuff all over the environments. I think it looks good. Like, to me, this feels like I'm, you know, in a swamp in Dark Souls, dealing with the same bullshit. God damn these bear traps. Oh my god. The level of how punishing it is sure as hell is there. There we go. That's the kind of Souls bullshit we're used to. Getting up only to die in a trap that was there when you fell down. Some attack values I think need tweaks. Like, that looks like it should hurt a lot, right? But that did 1. It took 2 of those to do 1, 2, 3. You're telling me 3 regular light attack swings does as much damage as 2 giant come down from aboves? I mean, try and I'm gonna test the parry. I'm gonna be looking at one and parry another one. Okay, so you cannot do that. You have to be... Yeah, you need to be targeting exactly who you want to parry. Let me see if they're like in front of me like this though. Okay, so it's more directional than target based. But yeah, it just doesn't. I mean, I don't know. A kick on a parry without resolve. I don't know. I want a little bit more of a reward there, like a counterattack, or at least like a knockdown. Like instead of just pushing the enemy back, make it so like they fall to the ground, so you could rush them and get a follow-up attack. That'd probably be best. You know, make it more of a counter type move than a counterattack, so that it knocks them down, and then if you want to do the follow-up attack, you could probably get one free attack in. Or if you want to use it as like a back off and get space, you could do it that way. So that was a fully charged light attack. Which that's his second attack. That's the third. Yeah, so I don't know if the charge attacks do more damage either. I think this would, honestly, if enemies had just real basic health bars, just, you know, little health bars floating over the head so I can see how much damage I'm doing, I think that would solve a lot of this. Because right now I'm just wailing away Monster Hunter style. Which, you know, in Monster Hunter, I think it's fine to not know how much health something has, because, you know, I'm going into that hunt with the knowledge that I'll be there for a while. But I think in a game like this, oh, it leaves an element, it leaves too much unknown, you know, because if I'm going to be taking on multiple enemies like we are right here, I think it's valuable to have the feedback as a player to know, can I win this encounter? You know, is this something I can take down, or am I going to die? I think a better example is if we go up here to this camp. If I was a brand new player and it's in Dark Souls and I start swinging and I see that I'm chunking the enemy for, you know, 30% of its health in a swing, I'm gonna be like, oh, I can do this. But if I go up there and I start swinging and health bars barely nudge, I immediately know I need to separate these guys out and I need to fight these one at a time. But without having that health bar, there's no way to know other than getting in there and swinging until one dies. So I do think that would be useful. At the same time, I don't know how much of this game would really change prior to release, because I know they were targeting, I mean, if the beta is early July, my guess would be that they're aiming for a launch probably mid to late August. And I don't even know, I mean, well, if there's mechanics in place to put health bars on top of bosses, in theory they could add them on, but I don't know. I don't know anything about game development, just UI design, and I think health bars on your targets would be a valuable asset. Oh, no. This class does feel OP, just the way I'm dodging everything. I do like the feel though. Like, weapons feel heavy, they feel deliberate. On the parry, maybe the parry sound could be tuned up a little bit, because like when you're hitting stuff like this, like there's like just the right amount of rumble and weight that I feel really good about these hits. Like, yeah, like I'm messing this thing up. That's what it feels like. And getting the parry feels nice, but actually executing it, I feel like it kind of doesn't sound as good. I still don't know if I can parry these guys or not. Maybe it's because my thing's glowing. Does that mean I can't be like it's glowing already? I thought the glowing was charged up, not unparryable. Like right there, right when the sword hits, instead of like a satisfying like chung, you just get like a little, like a squelch almost, I guess. But I mean, that's an easy change, you know, syncing up the sound a little bit better. That's not something that's hard to do. Like the chest opens, man. When you open those chests, you guys kicking that chest open. That's satisfying. But the actually getting like the riposte is what needs work. The parry is good. The riposte, the sound on that could use some little tweaks. If it sounds like I'm nitpicking, I kind of am. I mean, I'm liking this a lot, and I would definitely play this a bunch at release. But you know, anytime it comes to a Soulslike like this, I mean, if there's feedback I can give that I think would improve the state of the game, I'm going to give that feedback, because this feels really good right now. Like, especially for a small team as they were, this is really good work. There are things I think that could improve it further, but I mean, I would probably enjoy this in full if it came out in the state it is right now. So, did I? Oh my god, there was a hammer here and I walked right past it. Are you shitting me? Wow. Half an incantation inscribed on the hammer's hilt is missing. Now I kind of want to gain enough resolve from attacking enemies to activate a weapon ability. What does it do? Perfumed sensor? I at least got to try this out before I wrap this episode up. It looked badass. It sure didn't feel badass. It felt like they just beat the shit out of me there. Try out the hammer one more time. And then we'll probably wrap this episode. Wrap up our preview here. I might end up playing this on stream a little bit too, just to answer questions in real time, because I'm sure people will be like, what did you think about this, or what did you think about that? This is a little weird. You know what? I want to do, I want to go take one more whack at the boss with this new weapon just to see how much damage it does. This is unupgraded too, because I used both my acids on the sword. Get off my special. What am I doing? What are you doing? I can't move. The hell? My controller like locked up, or my movement locked up. Like I can move it, but my guy wasn't moving at all. He just stood there and died. Oh, it's a beta. Probably a little bug. Either way, I'm gonna wrap up this. This has definitely been a fun look at the game. I mean, from what I've seen, I'm excited to play more with it. I think this will be a pretty fun release to kind of waste those summer days away with. Though I want to get off my You want to get off my special. I'm gonna go fuck with that boss one more time. Just one more time. One more time. One more time. Definitely, I get resolve. Well, it's not upgraded, but yeah, it does feel like I'm getting resolve slower. I just want to see my special. Wow. Okay, that did like nothing. The attack's a lot faster. I feel like it poisons the boss too. Is it poisoning him? I see a cloud I'm generating on him, but his health isn't really ticking. Damn, this weapon, I feel like I could have beat the shit out of this guy in like 2 attempts if I'd had this thing all along. Especially if it was upgraded. I think it's crazy. Anyway, I'm gonna wrap things up here. May do a stream of this just to discuss it more in depth, but that is a decision for a different time. So either way, thanks for coming on by and checking out the game. Definitely count this on the list of things we will be playing later this summer, and I will see you all then when we start up a full actual Let's Play for it.